So good morning and welcome. Scotland versus England, mixed 15s, our first game of day 2. Scotland with the tap, England in defence. Joe Wright and Kit Sorgo taking you through the first 4 games live here on pitch 1. Early turnover in favour of England, celebrated by that defensive line. Kit, this is how it's been an interesting game, isn't it?
It is, Joe. Good morning to you and to everyone else. It's up to be a big rivalry between the 2 home nations. I'm excited to see what it brings.
Yeah, 2 home nations, early doors, couple turnovers. This is the mixed 15s category. It's understandable that at 8:30 in the morning there's a couple errors, but the standards that these teams have set themselves so far, it's a little bit surprising that there's been a few turnovers early.
Yeah, completely. After yesterday, some of the fantastic quality seen at the 15s level, especially at a new category, I'm just really happy, and I don't know what standards to hold anymore.
Yeah, it is. It feels like a terrifying prospect as we see number 8, Talia Dean, moving through the field. There's Tommy Batchelor, wearing 10, working in the mids. There's Talia Dean. Batchelor wanting that 32 short. Just has to take the settler. There's Toby Rollo, wearing 13 as well. Batchelor platforming, Rollo driving, Rollo looking to score. Good Scottish defence celebrated by quite a lot of Scottish support down to our right-hand side. They've brought loads of supporters over. There's Dean. Batchelor feeding Rollo on the sweeper. Rollo accelerating, Rollo diving, and Rollo opens the scoring. And Tommy Batchelor with a lovely bit of feed. Toby Rollo with the pace to burn Scotland. Only took 90 seconds, but there's your opening score on day 2.
Just some pure acceleration from Rollo there. Just getting past his man and inside the gap. It's just a lovely bit of play.
And sometimes it's the simple stuff that can do the damage, especially early doors. You don't want to overexert yourself or potentially, fall foul of some unforced errors. England sort of went back to quite simple strike structure, and that did the damage. Scotland's turn to try and reply. Rhys Allen, wearing 16, the most recent drive. Nice pickup from half. That's a good bit of pace on display. Nice pass. It's well marshalled over on this near side by Daniel Gray and Olivia Upton. And Kit, I'm not sure, have you seen any of this mixed 15s category yet? Have you seen Scotland's mixed 15s before?
I haven't seen the Scottish mixed 15s before, but I did get the chance to watch Belgium yesterday along with Wales, and there were a few strong games.
Well, I'm gonna put you on to a little bit of insider knowledge. Number 9 for Scotland, Freddy Fox. He had 5 try assists in their opening game against China yesterday, and I made a very brave call on commentary and said, if this boy is not a fly half, I'll be mightily upset. And then at the end he confirmed, yes, he's a very talented fly half, so keep an eye out for number 9, Freddy Fox. If he gets going, he's a hard player to stop.
Thank you for that knowledge there, Joe. I'm excited to see what Freddie has to offer.
Yeah, he's a class little player, and especially at this age, it's unreal to see players operating at such a high level. Nice first touch here from Scotland, trying to play through the English press. It's good work by Coldine. Scotland do a really good job at cutting out that transition defence. That's that 4th touch taken on the 10-metre line after 3rd was taken deep in their own half. 5th touch, right foot step, driving, 3 on 2. Lovely bit of footwork. And it's well defended by England. Scotland just stuttering a little bit in that transition, didn't they, Kit?
They were, but I think that was mainly due to the English defence. The press on the Scottish team was really impressive. The English shooters just getting up on their face, but I wonder if Scotland's going to check around them if they just continue to send the individuals.
I think that's the read, isn't it? Especially on that 4th touch. So Scotland trying to play around them. Here's Tommy Batchelor for England, accelerating, stopping on a dime. Lovely extra pass to Dean. 5th touch, Batchelor driving over towards the short side. Dean couldn't quite take that one in stride. It's good defensive work from Scotland, able to see off that most recent English attack, and all home nations affair to get us underway. And Scotland are probably feeling possibly the brighter here. They had the earlier finish. They also had an early start yesterday. This is the same time slot as their opening game yesterday. So these conditions probably feel a little bit more familiar to Scotland. It'll be interesting to see if that comes into account as we go through the latter stages of the game. And this English press is causing Scotland all sorts of problems as of right now. Scotland able to play around it effectively. 5th touch taken in a much better area. Long ball over to that far side wing. It was a marauding run coming from Alis Hobson. Well turned over. England's transition defence looks pretty good so far.
They're looking strong, and if they keep it up, and they're definitely just going to have the pressure on Scotland there.
Yeah, I think they're looking to force some early turnovers and give themselves nice field position. Much better. That one is quite plainly forward, but referee's not quite seeing that one. We play through. The left foot, right foot step. And still the players alive. 2-on-1 over on the far side, coming back against the grain. It feels like the right decision was eventually made, because England may be benefiting from some more early morning sleep in the eyes, because, yeah, that one was a little bit forward.
It's one of those classic instances as well, where they had the 4-on-3 overlap on the right-hand side, but they just didn't have the space to execute.
Yeah, some good crowding defence from Scotland. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Scottish transition, not quite taken. There's Isabel Gare.
Failed intercept there from number 12, England, but it was a good opportunity.
And you've got to go for these opportunities. I had the pleasure of doing a little interview with Rob Emery, the boys 15s coach from England, and he was saying that one of the things that he tries to do, especially for players at this age, is just encourage these mistakes and you know, be in the right position, make good decisions. If the execution isn't there, that's fine, because we can train that. It's for Freddy Fox, accelerating through, showing the dummy, trying to create scoring opportunities. He was matched stride for stride by Frankie Wheeler. There's a good defensive work from the number 11. Well, there's your first real opportunity to see what Freddy Fox has on offer in line attack. Dangerous player. When he starts to find his groove, he unpicks the Chinese defence at will yesterday on live stream. A much better transition. Lovely fly option as well. 2-on-1, ball back on the inside. Extra pass wanted to go, but that's 4th touch, 5th coming. Plenty of touches left in the chamber for Gray and co. As McDade platforming, lovely sweeping. Oh, lovely ball. And what a brilliant score that is. Made so much more impressive. A sweeping play coming round. Fionn Wheatley picking lovely options. I mean, if you've watched any of the NTS, you've seen Fionn Wheatley absolutely pick teams apart playing for Wigan Warriors. And, well, I mean, she's showing up out here at the European Championships.
Scotland will definitely want to strike back here, going 2-0 down. And they've got some passionate fans in the corner, and I'm sure they've got the rally behind them.
Yeah, well, it was a nice atmosphere, wasn't it, when we were doing our little intro to camera, as we see Scotland flying around. 2-on-1 opportunity, stepping back against the grain, diving at the line. It was a low dive, and he goes over. And that's the reply that Ewan Lewis wanted to deliver for his country. Scotland cut the deficit back down to 1. That was a lovely score from Lewis.
No, great dive, and honestly, the confidence to step back against the grain and go inside. It was a lovely play from the young man.
Yeah, absolutely was. As he comes over, that's a familiar rugby sight. You have to forgive me and Kit giggling to ourselves. It's the number 8, Stuart Robinson, who's come over with an almighty nosebleed, and that's a familiar sight for us boys playing rugby all of our lives.
No, I love to see the heart of the young man just playing on with a smile on his face.
Absolutely. It's that moment where the magic sponge is doing God's work, and there's not a chance he'll be coming off the field, is it? Good turnover here for Scotland. England's first opportunity to reply goes begging. Scottish defence staying really tight and well marshalled. I've been really impressed with how Scotland weathered the early storm from England. Yeah, 7 minutes in, England really had it all. Whereas Scotland have just problem solved well, and here's Freddy Fox finding himself in a little bit of space. Late check around the back to Rhys Allen. Allen driving, escaping through the initial press, dummying, stepping. What lovely yards on offer from Allen. Here's Fox. Now working with Cartledge. Calls from the Scottish sub-box to go forward. Freddy Fox with the right foot step. Cartledge, Allen, not quite taken. It was a little stumble from Cartledge. There was a 3-on-2 over on that far side. Didn't quite have the space to execute, but the Scottish fans are happy with it.
No, it was a great drive and a lovely hard touch to get that ball back. That is the effort you want to see from the young man, just putting in the miles.
And then forcing the turnover as well. Scottish ball. Freddy Fox, Cartledge. Here is Fox. This is his bread and butter stuff, Freddy Fox. Line attack sets, bang on the 7-metre line. What can the young man create? Open side quickie for Freddy Fox. Right foot step. QB option. Looking to play phase. Freddy Fox ripping long. Connecting with the wing. And that is Freddy Fox doing what Freddy Fox does best. Pulling defences left and right. Carving holes. Delivering pills. Ayless Hobson with a finish in the corner. There's a lot to like about that Freddy Fox interplay.
Oh, I absolutely love the short play. Just had it on the ground and picked it up straight away. All the confidence in the world to send it straight to the wing. That was a lovely play from Scotland there.
How ridiculous that under 15s are playing quickie phase play close to the line 3 metres in. It's ridiculous. This Scottish team really blew me away. Exceeded all my expectations yesterday in their game against China, running double doggies tap-off moves. And it seems day 2 is being played in a similar vein. Sweeper platform here for England. Batchelor opting not to feed the sweeper, checking back open side towards Toby Rollo. Rollo now in motion. Batchelor feeding Rollo with the right foot step, looking to feed back towards Batchelor. Scottish defence stays tight, and the volume level has crept up, isn't it? We're right next to the Scottish sub box, and those 2 scores without reply for Scotland have really kicked everyone into life below us.
No, it's obviously always unlucky there as the half gets caught out and England have another opportunity. But if those Scottish fans stay loud, I have no doubt that the Scottish team are going to rally behind them.
Yeah, it makes such a difference, doesn't it, when you've got a good bit of atmosphere coming behind you. Batchelor, Braden, Rollo, driving, Rollo, diving. It feels like the exact same score that got us underway 90 seconds into this game. It's 11.5 minutes into this one. 3-2, Toby Rollo has a brace. He's rapid, isn't he?
He is quick. I just love the short setup as well. He doesn't hesitate at all, goes straight for the gap, knows his man's offside. It's just good heads-up play from him.
It absolutely is, and it feels like Toby Rollo and Freddy Fox are just going, bar for bar with each other at the moment. Anything you can do, I can do better. The 2 young boys out here playing great touch, executing when they need to for their country. There's a nice disguise sweeper set up, exposing potential 2-on-1 opportunities.
Great touch from the link there.
England's defence staying staunch. That was Magnus Ferguson wearing 13. Here is Magnus Ferguson. Doggies play here for Scotland, diving at the line, well defended. That's the industry that Scotland want to strike with. They're going to create scoring opportunities left, right and centre. It's a brilliant drive from Fionn Wheatley. England just slowing the play down ever so slightly, and the referee's just seen an illegal play of the ball as well, not putting his foot over the ball. So turnover there for Scotland. The sting of that English transition just didn't quite land, did it? It was a little bit stop-start. It didn't really give them anything going into that 5th touch platform.
No, when the players came on, they just lost all momentum by the look of it. So they didn't really lose much opportunity from that loss of ball.
There's Freddy Fox. Nice drive there from Reece Allen, getting over onto the outside edge. There's Cartledge. Cartledge platforming here for Freddy Fox to scoop. Scoop with the left-hand pill into the link channel. Not a lot doing. Scotland just using their full set of 6 effectively, putting the ball in a dangerous area. For England's a transition. They'll trying to put on the nudge and force a turnover.
No, it's good knowledge for Scotland to kill it in the corner there. Just trying to push England as far away from their box as they physically could.
And now this English transition just comes to a bit of a standstill for a moment. There's 5th touch here. Batchelor driving. Tommy Batchelor accelerating. Took the ball under one arm. Shows the dummy. And then connects with Rollo. Rollo's got a first half hat-trick. Tommy Batchelor with a try assist. And Tommy Batchelor just shifted through the gears. Probably only hit gear number 3. That's all he needed. Connected with Rollo. Good score for England. It's the best transition yet.
No, the pace of Rollo and Batchelor giving Scotland problems early doors, but it's just crazy rapid from the young boys.
It is, isn't it? I mean, I've played with Tommy Batchelor down at Horsham. So if you're wondering why I said he's only really gotten into gear 3 there, it's because I don't think I've ever seen him run at full tilt, because he's never needed to outrun any of us at Horsham. A very talented player showing out for his country here on live stream. Sweeper set up here for Scotland. Step back option. We're going to use the left-hand pass. 2-on-1 opportunities. Finds the wing. Feeding back onto the inside. Nice recycling. That's 5th touch. Just losing track of the touch count for Scotland. Scooping play. He's killing the ball in a good area again. It's mature work from Scotland, but they just need to find a way to really create some more consistent scoring opportunities. Ooh, we hope that that's nothing too serious. That seems to be a really painful one for Ollie McDade. Holding his right hip. Early doors on day 2. That's, you know, the last thing that anyone wants to see, whether you're watching from an English perspective or a Scottish perspective. These are children. They're you know, playing careers in the future are the most important thing, and that's a real shame for Ollie McDade as Fionn Wheatley puts the right foot step on, beats one of the Scottish middles, and then almost beat the second English transition, just spluttering them for a moment as they find themselves isolated in the middle of the field. A good platform here on 5th. There's Wheeler.
Oh, lovely footwork from number 11. He's made his way through.
Yeah, lovely draw and pass. Frankie Wheeler connecting with Olivia Upton. Easy money.
It was a bit of something from nothing there. It was individual brilliance by Frankie Wheeler and just did very well to beat his man there.
Absolutely. Upton hugging the width, making sure there were scoring opportunities. 5-2 now for England. A game that certainly felt quite close to begin with has you know, kind of run away from Scotland at the back end of this first half. England have found ways to, you know, create scoring opportunities more often than not. I think Scotland have just got they've got a little bit of problem solving to do, haven't they?
They do, and the biggest thing for me is the transition in the midfield. Scotland have been given a gift of their talent being able to run around the outside, but they need to drive up the pitch with more intensity, otherwise they're going to struggle against this hard English press.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that punch up, you know, that go forward. It's the, you know, traditional player who just, you know, the workhorse, is the grinder in the midfield, just keeps going through his work, looking to move forward. I think England have found a good balance of that so far in this first half. Nice bit of orchestrating coming through. Cole Dean scooping, accelerating, left-hand ball into the wing channel. Right option, just needed an extra yard on the pass. Imogen Arringstall couldn't quite pick that one up off the bootlaces, but it's good work from Cole Dean.
Just a bit of an interruption from the Scottish fans there, but no, it was lovely from Cole. He chose the right option, just unlucky with that execution.
Nice 2-on-1. Again, Scotland just need to find a little bit more momentum. There's Fox lingering in the midfield. Freddy Fox with the inside check. There's 5th touch now. Fox has a lot of work to do from deep in his own half. Bounces away from one, but it was a good flick touch that got the shirt. Good midfield defence from Jasper Hesselwood. Turnover here from England. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. How are we seeing this one, Kit? I know the scoreline probably flatters England a little bit. I feel like Scotland have been more in the game than the scoreline would suggest, but England's still deserving of the victory. There's a few little things that Scotland can do to just get back in this game, isn't there?
Yeah, completely. For me, as I said before, it's just the Scottish injecting pace onto the ball, I think, would be the biggest difference. But that's what England have done. We've seen them run through and sprint onto the ball. They've obviously got the passion, but just putting the pace onto it is what I want to see. Yeah,
that pace and direction. It's nice interplay, moving laterally, looking for the outside wrap. Trying to bounce around the English link, who gets up expertly to make good touches. 5th touch. Scoring opportunities, right footstep, left footstep. There's a right footstep as well, and then there's a ball into the wing channel. I couldn't quite get over for the finish. But I think that subset really emphasises your point there. There was, you can see the stress that Scotland are causing England even when they're scooping on the English 10-metre line. So you then get that strike up closer to the 7, then England are chasing shadows and they're really scrambling defensively.
No, exactly. And you can see England do it here when they come on, just spreading the ball, trying to check around that one man. It's just ball movement and running onto it. That's what Scotland are lacking. But when they start doing it, I'm sure it's going to be really threatening.
There's Rolo into play. Driving forward, 5th touch platform. Rolo open side quickie, feeding left foot step, 2-on-1. Extra ball goes into the wing. It was a great covering touch. Isabel Guerre with a try-saving touch. It was really nice interplay for England, but it's a touch that's worth just as much of a score from Isabel Guerre. 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Again, Scotland just being caught behind the gain line. Toby Rollo getting up, making dominant defensive touches. Scotland, with seconds left on the clock, will be looking to at least threaten the English line once more before the half-time hooter. Lovely dummy, this fourth touch, fifth coming now. Much better place for Scotland to scoop from. There's the final hooter. 2-on-1 opportunities. And they're just taking the 6 and change. That brings up half-time. England 5, Scotland 2. Kit, if I ask you to take your commentary hat on and put your coach's hat on, from a Scottish perspective, is there a few little things that you know, what do you think this sub-box conversation is going to look like at half-time?
I think there'll be a lot of praises because they have played really well. For me, it'd just be switching to the latch on the sub-on, just getting that goal, driving up hard in the middle. That's the biggest thing for me, just trying to change a few tactics there, probably.
Extra yards, touches 2 and 3, I think, is the recipe for success. And for England, it'll be a case of more of the same at the half. England 5, Scotland 2 in our opening game in the mixed 15s category.
So just in case anybody's listening out there in social media land, Scotland have got England exactly where they want them. Second half is Scotland's. Let's go.
Morning, we well?
Ladies and officials, this is your 2-minute warning. Ladies and officials, 2-minute warning. Ladies and officials, this is your 1-minute warning. Ladies and officials, 1 minute. Ladies and officials, this is your first second warning. Feel ready to go. Players and officials, stand by.
And welcome back, second half underway. England with the tap, Batchelor and Rollo, the two players who've really done a lot of damage to this Scottish defensive line. With ball in hand, Scotland with a fair bit of work to do in this second half, I think it's fair to say, but it's also work that they're more than capable of completing. 32 short for Toby Rollo.
Yeah, a bit of miscommunication there as the link 22 looked to go for a sweep before going and picking up at half.
Batchelor, Rollo throwing the extra pass, that's 6 more. Brand new set of touches in the chamber.
No, this is the danger pod as well, isn't it, Joe? We've seen the pace of these two boys already.
Yeah, this is Pom squad. Hammer play here for Tommy Batchelor. Batchelor accelerates around the outside, diving at the line. Good defensive touch. Freddy Fox finds himself in defence. He'll be working alongside Rhys Allen and Douglas Cartledge. I think it was Cartledge making a good touch there. There's Batchelor platforming. 32 short for Rollo. Instead coming over onto the short side for Batchelor. Just taking a settler for a moment. Talia Dean driving. Hammer play for Talia Dean. Going hard at the line, good defensive touch. In fact, ball down and turnover. Freddy Fox and co doing enough defensively to see out the English on that line attack set. And opening 90 seconds in this second half, they'll take a lot of confidence, won't they? But we were talking at the half-time break, and it's this transition that has been a problem area, and we think we know why.
Yeah, completely. Just unlucky there. Scotland have run out on the play, but in the first half, Scotland was sending their far link and far middle on first and feeding the ball on the second touch instead of sending it to that classic latch we're used to. So that just allowed England on their heavy press to really cut out the momentum they had. I was hoping to see them put it on the latch and just drive a bit more direct in the subbing on platter.
You almost want to just see them condition England being really tight in defence as well. I think if you send on the far link and mid early, you show your hand a little bit, and England can go man on man because you've only got 4 players on the pitch at that stage from a Scottish perspective. So, the coaching staff here and chairman of Scottish Touch will be problem solving that one. Open side quickie for England. Offside call, really well listened, well executed as well. Cole Dean. It's a young family affair, isn't it, with the Dean family? Cole and Talia showing out here in the mixed 15s. Cole Dean with the score. Great heads-up play. Look at that roll, bang on the 7. Killer.
Just mental footwork from the young man. And the whole family seems to be blessed with those kind of genetics. I'm sure Talia, when she gets older, is going to be just as quick and dangerous, but she's still a threat now at this level.
I mean, he's ridiculous, isn't he? Nottingham Touch being such a hub for talent and siblings as well. It's, terrifying stuff, but enough said about the Simons. They've had enough airtime for 1 year. Scotland looking to drive through. Noah Johnson was conditioning this defence. The referee wasn't happy with the onside line. It's a big pod here. Alex Little, Johnson, and Magnus Ferguson, which is very hotly contested for my favourite name of the day. There is Ferguson, platforming, sweeper set up. Flick touch was only just made. I think the actual loss of footing from Noah Johnson might have squirreled his way over.
I like the platform of Scotland to run the doggy. Was it a doggies play?
Yeah, it was kind of in the middle of the link and mid, kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Bit of a skew whiff sweeper platform. There's a more textbook sweeper platform. Left foot step for Johnson.
I think that final pass before the sweeper to the ball was just a bit too far. The half's getting too slow for Scotland.
I think as well you'd like that sweeper runner to be a little bit more square to the try line, wouldn't you, when he's receiving that ball? That's a better option. Lovely check back. The exact right thing to do. Magnus Ferguson had found himself in acres of space, and the far side wing was lingering in a dangerous area as well. Isabel Guett. Again, right read, right endeavour. Maybe if this game's played 2 hours later in the day, those passes connect, but it's positive work from Scotland.
No, it's great work and great conditioning as well. Sending the sweeper the same way twice and picking up from half. It was definitely the right play, but it's always in those first games the silly mistakes are made.
It is. There's some dew on the floor, that's for certain. I mean, believe it or not, we had a bit of rain last night, which has made these pictures look just a little bit greener in our eyes. So there was a little bit of dew on the floor this morning. There was probably sleep in the eyes as well. It's a very hot, very humid temperature. So you'll be forgiven for a couple early mistakes on day 2 here. Freddy Fox working with Cartledge and Allen. There is Cartledge platforming for Freddy Fox, trying to go around the outside of Tommy Batchelor, though that's easier said than done. Almost escaping her way through was Layla Melville. It's good defensive work, and actually a crossing penalty being given. That's the second of the tournament that I've seen being given, and probably the second of the year as well. One of the more rarer calls that you see on a touch pitch.
No, our referees hold the players to the highest standards here, but it was a right call and unlucky from England, and Scotland get another chance at the line.
If Scotland can, punish here and really start to get scores on the board and assert some dominance, then it's dangerous opportunities. Maybe fortunate to avoid a 7-on or a 4 boys on penalty there, but the referee's happy just to let this one go.
No, lucky there from Scotland. That would have been an unfortunate mistake, but here they are pushing the line. I think they'll probably go for the sweeper platform again.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go. In fact, I would like to see them just go back to this hammer play that they've got.
Yeah, completely.
Oh, lovely fire up option, accelerating. There's offside links. There's a fizz pass into the hands of the wing. Great hands-on offer by Isla Hobson. I think England doing enough.
Yes.
No touches remaining. 6 and change. Good defence from England. I think Scotland might rue sort of subbing in that set. You're using 3 of the 5 touches to get the fresh legs on the field. It's a tricky one, and maybe they'll look back on that as a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but on the other, you just have to see that if you don't sub, you have those tired legs on, and it's not just this game. When we're not in the knockout stages, sometimes just conserving your fitness is the most important thing. But they've got to back themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, tournament management, isn't it? Making sure that no injuries, you let players.
Great Scottish midfield defence there, stopping the England 6 within their own 10. That's exactly what the coaches would have wanted to see after the pace England put in the ball in the first half. Scotland as well, just improving their subbing transition. Just the checks from the link to the wing, 1 to 12, were really good, and that's just what I wanted to see, because England have only been sending that individual shooter. And if they're not coming up as a team, Scotland are well within their rights to just pass around them.
Absolutely, it's a good read and a scooping opportunity. 2-on-1 in this outside edge, feeding over towards the wing. There's a lot of encouragement coming from the box side, but at the moment they're not quite able to carve through this English defence as consistently as we saw them doing this in the first half. I think defensively, England in this second, they've just become they're a much more tighter outfit.
Good call there from the referee to see over the mark, and just a few back-to-back errors on the drives have let Scotland really hit at England, and here they want to capitalise on those. But Scotland again are looking for the subbing pod. 13's just looked to the sideline, and I wonder if you were right earlier and they're just going to waste their touches on the line.
Yeah, I'd love to see. It's a really tricky moment. There was a diving attempt to reel that ball in. Reece Allen couldn't quite do it. Yeah, sometimes I think, just providing a different picture as well to the defensive line is important. If you decide to do a direct set and not sub in that transition there, it makes the defensive line for England just question themselves, and they can't then go to the default, which is this transition defence. So here, I'd love to see this pod just go direct and not sub, which I think they are going to do, and it's the man with dynamite in his boots and gold dust on the fingertips, Freddy Fox, operating in the midfield channel this time with Cartledge. Cartledge on the open side quickie here for Fox. Back to Cartledge. Phase play for Freddy Fox.
He's done it again.
Left hand rip. Looking to hit the wing. Sinker into the wing channel. What a lovely finish. And that is try time. And the only thing better than the sinker into the wing channel was the finish from Isabelle Kerr. Freddy Fox goes direct, gets his reward, and the Scottish sub-box erupts.
Freddy just the 2 pump there to send it left to right. 3 on 2 to the wing. The young man did very well to get that pass off, and the finish was unbelievable. What footwork!
It is unreal. And just to, your comment about tournament management earlier has prompted me to do a little bit of a deep dive and bring up some information that we've got for you. So currently the standings in this pool at the round robin stage of the mixed 15s competition, France are in the lead played 3, won 3. The score difference is absolutely diabolical. That French mixed 15 seed looked amazing. Scotland are in second, played 3, won 3. England are in third, played 3, won 2, lost 1. So this game really holding quite a lot in terms of the overall standings going later on. Yeah, England's loss came against France. Scotland, I believe, are yet to play the French team as well. Scotland beating China 12-8, and then beating Belgium 13-5, and then beating Ireland 9-5. So with a win here for England, Scotland will be up against it when they play France, and then it provides a lot of opportunities in the latter stages for semi-final places. That 4th spot is yet to be decided. Currently in that 4th position, it's Wales, who again have played 3, won 2, lost 1. So, and Wales again have already played France, so it seems like France are just taking scalps left, right, and centre. This pool stages, the round robin stage of the mixed 15s is setting up to be really interesting going through today.
No, we had the pleasure of commentating France-Wales yesterday, and that was a really feisty game with a really good individual performance for Dan Brown. But this 15s category is turning out to be something special, Joe, honestly. And some lovely play from England there, but great Scottish defence from the try scorer, number 14.
Yeah, Isabelle Guerre with and she's had a wonderful performance so far.
Oh, and just the English press against Scotland, eating 2 touches within their own 7. It's just, well, and a well-deserved turnover as well.
Yeah, what a turnover that was. English pressure. And what's nice as well, England, there's not a thought of subbing. Cameron Barden, Tommy Batchelor. Here is Batchelor, 32 short, left foot step, diving at the line, good defensive touch.
No, after the first half, the Scottish middles would have wised up to Batchelor's diving threat.
Yeah, they would have to. Here's Tommy Batchelor, platforming here, sweeper setup, Fionn Wheatley in motion, dummying, getting into the in-goal area. That was lovely endeavour, brilliantly carved through, was Cole Dean. Unfortunately, the pass might have just been fizzed a little bit too much. Didn't need to be as, as direct as that, but potentially due on the ball. Again, right read, the execution just not quite there on this occasion. Scotland get away with 1.
Yeah, and here we'll see what we were talking about at the beginning of the first half. Scotland just giving it to their far Lincoln mid, and in that circumstance, getting some lovely arcing run on it, but it definitely opens up the pitch, but that's if they can get around that England shooter.
Yeah, now Freddy Fox has a fair bit of work to do. Skip pass over to the wing, looking to try and finish again. Zalis Hobson not quite doing. I know, I completely agree with your observation where, feeding that far Lincoln mid, it does open up the pitch, but then Freddy Fox has got a scoop from 30 metres out. However, that turnover, I want to see the boys go direct here. Back the fitness, back the ability, use the full set of 6.
Maybe that's why they've been looking to sub off, because they've just used all their gas on that run, trying to outbeat that middle.
It's Freddy Fox fitting back into Cartledge. Cartledge playing very close to the line. Sinker into the wing again. And that is a much more simple finish this time for Isabelle Guerre.
Stop it,
rinse and
Freddy.
repeat. It's Freddy's world. We're all just living in it at this point. You know what's coming. You see it a mile off. You can't stop it. Freddy Fox, my word. What a player this young man is.
This man knows his lefts and rights for sure. He's got it off both hands on a dime. Well done, Freddy. What a performance.
What's awesome as well is you see him load that ball onto the back hip, and you know a sinker's coming, and yet you can't stop it. You just cannot stop it. That combination between Cartledge and Fox is just ridiculous. And single-handedly, they've dragged themselves back into this game. It's now 4-6. Still in favour of England, but the scoring from England has stopped, and the scoring from Scotland has ramped up markedly.
No. Oh, momentum.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll mute my mic and go home, shall I? The scoring from England hasn't stopped. They extend their lead back out to 3 scores. What a lovely delay pass this is.
I'm happy you're the one speaking, because I was going to say the same thing. But a lovely no-look check off to number 15. And great hands straight through to the try line.
Yeah, Zara Thompson with the finish, running a good hole too. That into outline, just fading away from the covering defence. 7-4 now in favour of England. There's good hands, left foot step, 2-on-1 over on this outside edge. It's shovel pass into the wing channel. Really good defensive touch. Alyssa Close.
No, Scotland needs to be careful not to get complacent on the momentum. It swung back in their favour, but England have shown that, hey, we want our lead and we're going to do everything we can to keep it.
Sweeper set up here, stepping back against the grain. Acceleration here for Magnus Ferguson. Ferguson driving at the line. Ferguson scoring. Sweeper variations. We like that one a lot, Kit.
Yeah, they tried to run that earlier on in the game and just a drop ball, but this time no drops, no mistakes, just pure pace from Ferguson to get on the outside.
You see the stride leg. He sees the space in front of him, hairs away into the corner. Magnus Ferguson again brings us back to a 2-score game, and this is getting very interesting going into the latter stages. This mixed 15s competition has delivered some absolute classics, and yeah, this Scottish team is fast becoming one of my favourites to watch. However, they've got a fair bit of defensive work to do now. Lovely super setup, Toby Rolo feeding back to Dean. Great defensive touch. However, offside penalty, fresh set of 6 coming. I believe it was Freddy Fox that hadn't hit the line.
No one's perfect, and Freddie's had a game so far, but good defensive touch from him there. Just slowing it down from England. They didn't get both mids up, so they wouldn't be happy with that shape.
Again, sweeper set up here. Lovely feed, Talia Dean on this occasion. The door is shut.
No, Freddy Fox is working really hard defensively, and he's just not letting his other middle come up.
Yeah, it's really impressive work, isn't it? We knew that one was coming. You could hear the referees.
No, as much as Freddie's up and pressing, he doesn't want to compromise and shift over. I don't think the Scottish middles are running that switch play in defence.
No, I think they're just backing Freddy Fox to do a fair bit of work, and then Fox is asking his supporting cast to help him out. However, there's your 3-on-2 execution. Lovely dish into the link channel, and then the dummy to fix the wing and finish.
Dean won't be denied this time. Some fancy footwork from the young man off the platform, and just beats Freddy Fox, who I think was maybe working too hard that last set.
Yeah, Toby Rolo was lingering in a dangerous area, and it's telling, isn't it, of a stressed out defence when Link and Mid both crash in on the same player. It's difficult things. 3 tries, the deficit now. 3 minutes to go.
And 4 tries for Toby Rolo, I think, now.
Indeed, you would be absolutely correct. Yeah, 4 tries for Toby Rolo, 4 try assists for Freddy Fox. I mean, again, just setting them up with the 2v2 quickie sets between the two of them. That'd be a very entertaining prospect, wouldn't it? Yeah, just do Cartledge and Fox versus Batchelor and Rolo, and we'll just do 2v2 quickie sets for the remaining minutes, and that would be a phenomenal sight. There's 4 boys playing way beyond their years.
Oh, unlucky then. Scotland will be looking for a quick try here. Their fans will be letting the players know that there's not a lot of time left.
Yeah, and also if the game finishes as it is, England and Scotland will be level in terms of points. They would have had the same amount of losses, so then points difference comes into play as well, with Wales hot on the heels. So try difference is really important, getting as many scores on the board as possible. Scotland have put themselves in a really good position going into the final day tomorrow. However, they'll still be needing more scores on the board. Open side fire up, sinking into the link channel. There's a hat trick now. Gare with a hattie in the opening game of day 2. And she deserves it, because her defensive work in the first half was superb, and the attacking work in the second is it's just matched it, hasn't it?
No, we talked about the middles and the Freddy Foxes and the Cole Deans, but the unsung heroes are usually the wingers, just the safe hands and the ability just to be there under the pressure. Well done, Gare. You've had yourself a game.
It's really impressive as well, the width on offer. It was uncompromising. She stood out there almost demanding that middle to do the perfect pass, because she will then just go and finish. And I think it just sets great expectations for the rest of the team. There's Talia Dean putting the brakes on, feeding back over towards Batchelor. Rolo working with Braden. Braden driving hard at the line, trying to get around the link. Great defensive touch. Been really impressed with the defensive work of the female links for Scotland. It was Lola Orr on this occasion. There's Toby Rolo, Tommy Batchelor looking to rip long. There's a right-hand sinker into the wing channel. Just requires a fair bit of finishing. With Gare with a defensive touch. 40 seconds left on the clock. The result of this one will be a foregone conclusion. Unfortunately, there's not enough time for Scotland to mount an almighty comeback, although they will do their absolute best to try and do so. There's a lot to like from the Scottish performance, but the English performance has probably just been a little bit more put together in the first game of day 2.
No, exactly. I think Scotland suffered from a classic just first half blues in the first game. They definitely knocked into the second gear here and just showed what they really had to offer, but they just couldn't quite claw back that first half performance.
And then bringing the try difference nice and close as well might play a really important factor going into the overall standings. No one really wants to play France in that semi-final draw. It's Tommy Batchelor looking for another score. Is there caught by Magnus Ferguson, and our first game of the day has delivered a wonderful classic in the mixed 15s category. England 8, Scotland 6. Individual plaudits: Isabel Gare, Freddy Fox, Cole Dean and Toby Rollo had phenomenal games, and Fionn Wheatley as well with the footwork. The future is bright for both of these nations if this is what the mixed 15 category looks like. Kit, what a way to start the day.
No, just an unbelievable game, and some crazy comments from us just talking about the structure and the shape of the defence. I just want to reiterate, these players are only 15. It's just, yeah, absolutely outstanding what they've done.
Outstanding is right, but coming up for you next, we're still in the 15s category, this time in the boys 15s. In about 5 minutes time, it'll be China, and they'll be taking on Portugal.
Make sure you keep yourself well hydrated. Looking forward to a great day of church. We are streaming live on 51 and 52 next year.
I must mean the worst difference. Whereas now we're doing 34.